Twitter comments with Jacksepticeye.
Jack! Do you miss your natural hair color? My girlfriend says it suits you, and I agree. It's perfect for the channel. To be honest, no, I don't miss it at all. It's even weird when I go back and watch look at pictures of me with like brown hair, full head of brown hair, and I look at it and that looks weird now. This looks normal to me now. Which is really strange because I only got it dyed in September, so it's not been here for that long. And I've had the other hair for, what, 25 years? Ha! Screw it. This new hair is gonna stay. I like it a lot, actually. What if Billy are not kill? If Billy are not kill, then who is phone? Do you watch Critical? Hells to the yeah! Critical's awesome. Actually, we found out recently that his real name is Charlie. Or, if you don't know who Critical is, his channel's name is Penguin Z or something like that. Penguin Z0 or something, I don't know. Critical is awesome. One of the funniest YouTubers around. Not only that, but one of the nicest YouTubers around. He keeps it real, he keeps it funny, he keeps it fresh. Love that guy. When did you say, I've made it? I didn't, I haven't, and I probably never will. Because I don't think of it like that. I don't like to think of YouTube as something that I'm trying to make, that I'm trying to like get up into the ranks and then go, yes, I've made it, I'm on top now, or anything like that. Again, I always say it in the vlogs, but it's just not fun that way. I'd rather just focus on the content, the people who are commenting, interacting with people. It's also when people are like, what's it like to have 8 million subscribers? Like, I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't really feel any different than when you had 1 million, because I like to focus on just the content and the comments and the interactions here and there. So I don't think about the huge, gigantic numbers that are on the channel, because first of all, it gets scary, and secondly, I don't know, it kind of warps how you look at your channel, it warps how you make your content. So I just like to, I don't know, sit back, relax, do the videos the way I want to do them, and not feel like I'm pressured into doing it for a certain number of people. Plus, saying I've made it sounds like a douchey thing to say. It sounds kind of pretentious, and that's like the opposite of what I want to achieve with YouTube. Get a tattoo on your neck and become punk? No! I'm not gonna get a tattoo on my neck. I don't want one. It wouldn't suit me. But I do want to get a tattoo at some point. I don't know. Like last year, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'll ever get a tattoo. But this year, I kind of like, I don't know. I don't want a big tattoo, like a big sleeve or something that's color. I don't like color tattoos personally. I'm not saying anybody who has a color tattoo is bad, or they should feel bad about having a color tattoo. Nothing like that. It's a very personal preference kind of thing when you get a tattoo. And I would like just like line art. Something very simple, something very clean, just like not filled in or anything. Kind of like Felix's tattoos. And I think that's one of the reasons why I want to kind of get one myself. I don't know what I get, where I get it or anything like that. I haven't thought it through. Who knows if I actually will, but I don't know. I'm open to the possibility. Will you be doing a video opening the gifts from Insomnia? If so, when do you think it will be out? I do hope to do a video opening the stuff from Insomnia. I haven't gotten it yet. I still have all the boxes in the corner from the stuff for Indie PopCon. But they're supposed to, because they asked when I wanted it shipped, and I said the 1st or 2nd week of January, because I can come back home, I can settle down, everything will be ready, and I'll be here when the stuff actually arrives, because I think there's like 5 boxes again. So whenever it does come, I will open all the stuff on video, because I want to see it again. I'm so pumped. A lot of people give me some really nice letters, nice pictures, fan art that they made, little sculptures. I got a lot of really cool stuff, and I want to see it again. And I want to open it up in a video, because I kind of want to do that stuff normally, but I'll talk about that. There's another comment coming up where I can talk about that. Are you going to do a reading your Twitter comments soon? No. Those are stupid. Have you got a subscriber goal for this year? Nah. I mean, at the start of last year, I had set a subscriber goal, but by the time the end of the year came, like, I had changed as a person where I didn't really care about that stuff as much anymore. Not to say that I don't care about the people who subscribe to the channel or anything like that. Of course I do. You know I do. But I mean, the whole like subscriber race is kind of gone now. That's something that a lot of YouTubers get like wrapped up in at the start. It's all about the views you're getting, the subscribers you're getting. I was never like really like that, but it's always kind of in the back of your head because that's just the way YouTube is. I try to focus on stuff like getting decent content made and making people happy and all that stuff. But at some parts of your head, you're kind of like, oh, there's a lot of subscribers coming into the channel. But now I'm just happy doing it. There's no pressure, there's no nothing. I'm just sitting back, I'm relaxed, I'm playing a lot of games that I like to play. I want to play a lot of stuff that you guys like to watch. And I feel like I'm making the best content that I've ever made. I could probably put in a little more effort in editing here and there, but that's a very time-constrictive thing, and editing can be very tedious, but I don't know, I like the way stuff is going. I don't really want to set goals for anything. I just want to... I'd rather please the people who are here and who enjoy the content already, rather than worrying about what could be. Instead of being like, yes, I would love 15 million by the end of the year, or something like that, I'd rather just say, you know what, 8 million, that's a lot of people. The channel is already way, way, way beyond what I ever thought it would be. Like, completely mind-bogglingly beyond what I thought it could be. So I'm just gonna try and keep all of you who are here now happy, instead of worrying about what could be. Jack, do you think Undertale has become your new favorite game, or close to it? It's become one of my new favorite games. It was my favorite game of last year, that or Bloodborne, and then The Witcher 3 was really good as well. So those are my 3 games of last year that I really liked. But I think Undertale was my favorite game of last year. It's just, it came out of nowhere. I didn't really know a whole lot about it before I went into it. And then just everything, there's so many little things in that game that blew my mind. Like, that's not even part of just, like, the scenario in the game. It's all the, like, the fourth wall breaking. The little parts where, like, the game remembers that you've done stuff because it goes into your files and it saves. Those kind of things. I don't know, just an incredible understanding of the medium, really well written, well scored, all that stuff. It's definitely in my top 5 games of all time now. I keep saying it, but it really is. My favorite game is still Shadow of the Colossus. I still love Shadow of the Colossus to death. I don't think anything will top that. Then Dark Souls is my second favorite game ever. I love that so much. As much as I love Bloodborne, I still love Dark Souls more. I think Dark Souls did a lot of things much better, and I like the setting of Dark Souls more. I like fantasy and knights and dragons and those kind of things. But I'd say it's like Shadow of the Colossus, Dark Souls, Metal Gear Solid 3, Final Fantasy 9, and Undertale. Probably in that order as well, just because the time periods of when I played these games and how much they meant to me at the time. But Undertale, definitely in the top 5 now. What's your favorite offensive phrase? Go fuck yourself! I don't know why. It's just, it's so insulting and it's so much fun to say. I say it a lot, probably too much, and some people take extreme offense to it. I say a lot of swears all the time. I don't know why. I'd like to say, oh, it's because I'm Irish and we swear a lot, which is true, but I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out, that I just swear because that's my natural way of talking anyway. But saying go fuck yourself is one of those really good ones, because it sounds funny in certain, like, circumstances, and then other times it can sound, like, really insulting. Like, Jack, you should play this game. Go fuck yourself. Or Jack, please stop swearing. Go fuck yourself. I don't know. Oh, it's just so much fun to say. And I love switching around the lyrics and songs. I said it in a Just Cause 3 video. Where it's like, I need a song off the top of my head now, and I can't think of one. I always say, making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, go fuck yourself. I don't know, it's so much fun to do. Do any of your relatives watch your videos? Some, not a lot. I have my brother, the brother next oldest to me, he watches some of my stuff. I don't know if he watches all of it. And then my oldest brother, I think he's watched some stuff here and there. He doesn't watch everything either. But my older brother's son, my nephew, he watches a lot of stuff. My cousin's son watches a lot of my stuff, I found out recently. So yeah, some of my relatives do. I don't know if all of them do. Like, my parents don't watch, my sisters don't watch. They've watched some content, but they wouldn't be regular watchers. Funny how? Funny like, I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh, I'm here to fucking amuse you? No, like, just funny, like, what you said was funny. Like, jokes. You're a funny guy. If you don't get that reference, you probably won't know what the hell is going on. If you could change one thing about your videos, what would it be? That is a good question, because I don't know if I change anything. I'm very happy with the way stuff is. Because I would like to say, oh, I'd like to edit a bit more. But that's like a double-edged sword, because when you edit too much, then you lose sort of that personality in a video, you lose that intimacy, you lose that personal connection. Some videos I like to edit a lot, like Happy Wheels, Turbo Dismount. I think those work best when they're very highly edited, sometimes with a lot of sound effects, extra music, like, just because they're so fast-paced, and I like to keep them fast-paced, and it works well that way. But something like, I like to do stuff like Undertale, or The Beginner's Guide, where it's all gigantic videos, and you can really settle in and get to know the YouTuber and get a feel for the atmosphere and the personality. So when you edit too much, all that disappears, so I don't know, I don't really know if I'd like to change anything. I would like to upload in 1080p and 60 frames per second all my videos. A lot of people ask why I don't do that. It's not because my internet is too slow, it's because it just takes too long to render. I like to get my videos up the exact same time every day. I've been incredibly consistent 99% of the time over the last almost 3 years. And I like to keep that going. I like that sort of consistency. I like that work ethic. It gets me into a good schedule. I get the videos out all the time. I'm doing really weird motions with my hands. But But I really like doing that, and I'm very proud of that stuff, and I know a lot of you rely on the videos to go up at those times, because it's like a TV show then at that stage. It's like you're waiting for that. I remember like waiting at home after school for 6 o'clock when the episode of The Simpsons would come on, or 9 o'clock when the episode of Friends would come on. So for some people it's kind of become that sort of thing, and they rely heavily on that, and I like doing it. But because some videos take so long to render, like a 20-minute video at 1080p 60 frames per second can take like an hour to render, especially with Sony Vegas because it's a slow piece of shit, and I don't have the time to learn Adobe Premiere. Well, I probably do, but I don't know. I like to remain efficient. I like to get stuff done. I like the work ethic to stay going the same way. So I don't know. It's all time based, but I would like to upload higher quality, like higher bitrate kind of stuff. One of Jacksepticeye's videos made my nephew cry because Jack's intro scared him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel so bad now. That's adorable and makes me feel really terrible at the same time. Tell him I said I'm sorry and that he shouldn't cry. I'm not that scary. And I wasn't slapping him in the face either. I was doing a high five. Even though a lot of people think it's like a whip that I'm doing at the start. Because the sound effect is a whip crack, but it's supposed to be like a high five. I thought that was obvious. I wouldn't like whip you at the start of a video. And that's why it ties into the outro, because it's high fives all around. I thought that was clear, but I'm sorry. Jack! Are you really hosting the South by Southwest Gaming Awards? By the way, almost 8 million subs. Okay, so this comment was from the 30th, so that was before 8 million subs, so thank you, I really appreciate it. But yes, I am. I'm co-hosting the South by Southwest Gaming Awards, and I'm so damn pumped for it. I'm so happy, I'm so excited. I'm really freaking nervous though, because it's an actual awards show. It's not something like a panel where you get up and all the audience are kind of there for you or your friends or whatever, and you can kind of shoot the shit and do what you want. This is something where I actually have to read stuff and like open up things and present awards, that kind of thing, so that's really scary. I'm excited for it though. It's a new challenge, it's a new obstacle to get over, and it's something that I really want to improve on, like public speaking, getting up in front of people and getting better at that. I am much better than I was when I started out the channel, but I also get to like get a suit for it. It's going to be so much fun. I've never had a suit. I don't know how I fit into a suit anymore. I'm also kind of worried if I have to read like a teleprompter thing, like when it comes up saying like the nominees are whatever, because my eyesight's gone much worse in like the last 6 months than it was. I got my eyes tested like February of last year, and my eyesight's just gone terrible since, so I have to get them tested again. I might have to wear glasses on stage. I have no idea, because I can't do contacts. I can't put anything in my eyes. It just freaks me out. It just freaks me out. I can't do it. I can't do it. Jack, are you ultra Irish? I am so Irish that if you cut me, I would bleed green, and if you drank it, you would get drunk. A little birdie told me that you fell over at ice skating. Nah, that little birdie is a lying bastard, because I did not fall over, not even once. I came close a couple of times, and I did have help holding on to someone's hand going around, and I didn't really go around on my own all that much. But I didn't fall once. We were there for like 2 hours and I didn't fall once. First time ice skating. I'm a hero. The ice skates did hurt my feet though, and they started to cramp up and I got a blister, but I'm cool. Do you think TinyBox Tim and Septiceye Sam would be better rivals or a couple? I think though Tim and Sam would be a great little buddy couple. I think they'd be great little friends. They go off to solve crime. There's actually some little fan art pictures or little tiny animations that people have done of Sam and Tim together, and they're so cute. I really like them. They go really well together, surprisingly. I really like it. I would watch a TV show of Sam and Tim. We should get a cartoon made of them. When are you going to get a P.O. box? I know. I'm still delayed on that. I said it. Oh, there's a hair. I said it ages ago that I had a P.O. box set up. I still have it set up. I just haven't made it public yet because when I made it, it was before Indie PopCon. And I was like, cool, I'll do like a mail opening thing. Because I really like that stuff. It was another series that I wanted to do to interact with you more. Like reading tweets or reading comments or anything like that. But then when I went to Indie PopCon, people gave me like a lot of stuff. And that was in person at a moment's notice. And I had a bunch of stuff to bring back. And now I'm terrified that if I open up a P.O. box, because the P.O. box is not that big, I don't have a car to transport stuff back and forth. I don't have to bother somebody else to get stuff back and forth. And if I open it, I'm afraid, I know it sounds like a really pompous thing to say, I'm afraid that it's going to get like bombarded with stuff. That people are going to be like, oh, he has a P.O. box now. I'm going to get anything sent to him just so he'll open it in a video and then I'll be in the video. Some people would send very sincere stuff and I really want to see that. And I have a lot of people who like shown me stuff that they want me to see. And I really want to open it for that reason, but I'm really afraid that too much stuff will come in and then I won't be able to like bring it back, or a lot of it will get thrown out by the post office or something like that. So I'm just really worried about that stuff. Again, I know, oh, such a big first world problem, you get too much stuff. What an asshole are you? I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like a douchebag, but it is a very real concern, especially after, like, all the stuff that came from Indie PopCon, all the stuff, and that was from people having to drag it to Indie PopCon, or drag it to Insomnia. And it's far more convenient for people to be able to ship something to the P.O. box. So, I don't know, I'm just worried about how much stuff will come through. I really like your job, Jack. It's simple and it's fun. It is very, very, very fun. It's the most fun I've ever had in my life. But it's not simple. It's quite complex at times. Like, sitting down and recording a game and playing a game and that kind of stuff, it's not super hard to do. It's just, it's time consuming. It takes up a lot of time, it takes up a lot of energy. Especially the way I record and edit and get everything out very consistently. And my work ethic is just like non-stop. But it's very, very time consuming. It can drain you very quickly. If you get demotivated at all, you might not upload videos. That's why I try and stay on top, try and stay positive so I can keep that energy, that flow going, so I can keep making content. Because I work like 12 to 13 hours on some days. Depending on what games you're uploading or how much you have to prepare. But it can be very, very time consuming and very draining because I record it all, I edit it all, I render it, I make all the thumbnails, I answer comments all the time, I interact with Twitter, Tumblr, everything, constantly, all the time, every single day, and I'm always online doing it, so it's not that simple. I'm not saying that to try and discourage anybody either. If you want to do YouTube, I wholeheartedly support you, and I think everybody should give it a shot at some point, because it's so much fun, and it's a great outlet to open up as a person. It's a great outlet to get more confidence. I've changed a lot since I started it. Just know that it's a lot of hard work. If you want to do it properly, then it's a lot of hard work. If you actually want to make it your job, you're going to have to put in a serious amount of effort. It's not as easy as some people make it seem. If people make it seem easy, that just means they're doing a good job at it. Jack's taking a break? Meh. I took like one break at Christmas. I don't often take breaks, and that was only for like 5 days. And when people take breaks on YouTube, well, when I take breaks on YouTube and some of my YouTube friends, when they have to go away, you have to prepare the videos before you go. So taking 5 days off means working much, much harder for 2 weeks before it. At least for me it does. So it's not so much taking a break, and then when you go to like conventions and stuff like that, those aren't breaks because you're actually going to do YouTube stuff by meeting people. It's super fun, and I absolutely adore meeting people, but I wouldn't exactly call them a break. I'd say you're still doing YouTube. It's just not in the same capacity, but I don't take breaks often, and I don't get weekends, and there's no like standard amount of time you put in. Yeah, well, YouTube is whatever you want it to be. If you want to take breaks, you can take all the breaks you want. Me personally, I just like to keep busy. You don't know me, but I feel like I know you. I wish more YouTubers spoke to you, not at you. Good job. This makes me feel really happy, because that's exactly what I want. That's why I'm always like looking at the camera. Whenever you see me play games, you'll see me like glance over at the camera now and then. Because, not because I'm like, it's not like I sit there and go, oh, I haven't looked at the camera in a while and then look over. It's because I feel like you're here playing with me. And I feel like I'm interacting with you directly at that moment. That's like how into it I am. And that's what I feel like bridges that connection. When somebody actually looks at you, talks to you, and not around you. Or they're not like playing a game, screaming at the game, talking to themselves in the room, and you're just watching vicariously. Because I don't like that style of YouTube. It's fine if you want to do that. But for me, personally, I don't like it. I like to have that connection. I like to feel like I'm actually talking to you as you're sitting in your room, your kitchen, your bathroom, in the bath, whatever you're doing. I like to feel like I'm talking to you. You're here with me, playing the game along with me. That's what I want YouTube to be. So hearing somebody say that back to me really makes me feel happy. Can you say something different in your intro voice? Tasty tangerines taste better with bananas, and welcome back to... And that does it for this reading your comments video. I like this one. There was a lot of really good questions in there, and I feel like I actually talked a lot more than some of them, because some episodes end up being bogged down with trying to be too funny, and I don't know. I like doing that. I like making some of them more faster paced, but sometimes it's nice to just sit down and talk to you and explain things and get my thoughts out and stuff. And I haven't done a Twitter one in a really, really long time, so I'm sorry about that. A lot of people were putting stuff in the hashtag septic comments, and I hadn't been getting to them, so I apologize for that. But I'll try and do more of them like that, and I'll try and get back to Tumblr eventually. Maybe integrate some other stuff, I don't know. I feel like if I integrate too many social medias into this, then it just dilutes it too much. Where I'd like to keep it in I'd like to keep it consistent and tight in like different social media, so maybe I don't want to bloat it out too much, because then it doesn't become as intimate as it has been all this time, which I really like. I really like this series, and I'm going to keep it going for much, much longer, so expect more episodes. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching it. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face like a boss, and
high fives all around.
whoosh, whoosh. Thank you guys, now we'll see all you dudes. And can you run with the bull? I love tits. Ah, I got that part right. I knew it had to be titties. Especially if they're big and round. Well done. I thought I was being grossly over the top. I had to try and balance out the lighting a bit better in this one, because the other ones ended up looking a bit too yellow, and it sucks because it looks really good here on the little viewfinder that I have. It looks really clear. But then when I open it up on my monitor, it ends up looking all grainy and a bit weird, and the colours are a bit weird. And I'm not good at colour correction. I'm not good at lighting. I'm not good at setting up cameras. I don't know ISOs and apertures and all that shit. Help!